What's going on, guys? Today is the 26th of December 2016. I guess this would make it the last weekly trade ideas that I have for this year. So let's hope that it's a good one. Hope everybody had a good holiday season with your friends and family. Time to get back to work now this week, okay? So I'm gonna look at Sgyp this week. Think we all obviously we had good news on Friday. Lot of volume on this chart, consistent buying throughout the day on every dip. Chart obviously closed over a breakout range here. So even if this chart pulls back to $5.39, there's obvious areas of interest right throughout this range here where it can hold nice strength. And so if this chart pulls back into the 530s, I still think be a good buy on dip, and and I think we can end up getting this chart up for a decent more into this week, or probably even into early next year. Next one that I like for this week is Weight Watchers. Chart obviously broke the downtrend line there. It's done similar type of candle patterns like this before, and it failed obviously. So the only way I would like to play this is if it actually pulls right back down and fills this little gap here. Pulls right back into the I don't know, tens, mid tens, high tens, and that's the only way I can really play it safely without having to worry about this happening again. So for me, there's a couple of things here. Either it breaks through this area of resistance. Obviously you can see a double top here, and it finds some sort of support in order for me to take it higher, or it pulls back into this range here where I would prefer to take it with a little bit more defined risk, obviously down to the base down here. So that's the only two ways that I would play it. For right now, where it is stuck there into that area, it's not really on my mind to go ahead and play it. Twlo is another one that I like this week. Obviously we had a nice strong candle here, a whole pullback on it, dark cloud cover on that couple days, but then we had a Harami star that printed on Friday's session. So as long as the chart can stay over this 13 EMA, I like it, and I think we should remain bullish. So I would probably obviously use an area of support right at the 13 EMA, which will put me just about $31 or so for an area of support. So that's the area that I would like to see the chart hold, and obviously come back up and retest this breakout here at the 50 EMA. Next on this week is Egrx. So the chart's obviously flagging over its 50 EMA. Nice strong buying candle into Friday's session. Indicators are curled up. We have MACD's about to cross over, stochastics are crossover, and the chart does have a nice little chance to push up and get back up to these highs over here. So I'd like to play this one on a pullback somewhere closer to about 78 and a quarter, 78 and a half, and then obviously hold to see if it tests that breakout using the 50 EMA as a stop, obviously, because the chart seems to be holding it. Next on the list is BREW. Chart broke over the downtrend, pulled back to the 50 EMA, and now finding some support there. Obviously a nice strong candle that came into Friday's session, so I'd be looking for continuation on this one. Even a small pullback right into the high 16s. If it can hold high 16s, I'd be long inclined on BREW. Adsk. There's a nice chart over here. Chart seems to like this range, the 50 EMA. It's obviously here again, and so with that decent candle on Friday's session, I would like to see if this chart can hold that range. So what you'd be looking for in order to play it is obviously an intraday play or a pullback to retest this trend. So we'd be looking for a pullback somewhere closer to about 75 and a quarter or so, as long as the chart can hold. And if it closes over the 50 EMA, if it holds the 50 EMA, that is, for your day trade stop, and then possibility of a continuation if you close over the 13 EMA. Tsro trend break over here on Friday's session. Nice strong candle on a regular on a not so high volume last week or week and a half of trading. So this is an interesting curl here. We're seeing a slight curl also on the volume indicator, and MACD and stochastics are crossed over. So with the possibility of a nice breakout here, I'd like to see a little retest and then play for a push probably up to the highs and possibly new 52-week highs over here. Hele. So this chart is testing a breakout here at the 50 EMA. The only reason why I like it a little bit more into this position is the chart is making higher lows, and so we have a flat top at the range here, which is a bullish scenario. So I'm looking to see if we can get a breakout over here. If we can get a breakout over this range at the 85 or so, it can actually have a nice little move up to about 89 if we can obviously get that double top range to break out. Srpt. Love this chart down in this range over here. I actually picked up a swing position myself, and I do like the range. We have a lot of support coming off from this area here, coming right back in line with this. We have a nice bullish harami on the daily, and a lot of horizontal support, and also a nice trend line support right into that range. So I do like Srpt right off this range here where it sits, and as I said, I did pick up a position myself in the low 29s, so I'm actually looking for about 34, 35 for my first sell on this one. Last one on the list for this week is Macy's. Now, chart obviously has a downtrend that it wants to retest and an uptrend that it wants to hold, so I'd be looking for Macy's for a possibility this week as for a play down into this low 35 range or so. The chart's been stair stepping down for last couple weeks, and as it comes into this area here of support, it could be a nice reversal for the entire sector. So look at obviously Macy's and Coors and Kohl's and JCPenney's, etc. So I kind of like them down into this range here, especially Macy's be one that I'm going to be keeping my eye on down into the low 35s for any possible support, and I'd like to play it down there. So those are the ones that I have for this week. I do hope that obviously we get some volume in the market, and setting up into 2017 should be a better year for us all. And for those of you guys that don't follow me, obviously it's at Iceman Trading. And if you're listening to this video, just click on this link over here and shoot for a little support. If I've been helpful to you over my time. That's Steve's list right there. Anyways, have a good week, guys. Take care.